The roar of the crowd is a universal sound, a sound of pure joy and shared hope. In stadiums everywhere, thousands unite in anticipation, watching the ball, waiting for that magical goal. When it comes, the noise is thunderous, a moment of pure magic. Soccer is played everywhere, from city streets to quiet fields. Children dream of World Cup glory. It's more than a sport, it's a language everyone understands. For 90 minutes, fans are part of something bigger, united by passion and teamwork. Today, billions follow their favorite teams and heroes. But how did this journey begin? The story of soccer is ancient and epic. Let's discover how it all started. Long before modern soccer, people everywhere played ball games. In ancient China, cuju, meaning kickball, was played with a leather ball and bamboo goalposts. It trained soldiers in discipline and teamwork, but was also enjoyed by emperors and commoners. In Japan, kamari was a ceremonial game focused on cooperation and style, with players keeping a deerskin ball in the air, using only their feet. Across the world, Mesoamerican civilizations like the Aztecs and Mayans played intense ball games on stone courts. These games were often brutal, with players using hips and thighs to score through high stone hoops. Sometimes the stakes were life and death, as games were tied to religious rituals. In ancient Greece, Episkiros was a rough team game, later adapted by the Romans as harpastum. Roman soldiers spread their version across the empire, including Britain. Though the rules and styles varied, all these games shared a simple joy, playing with a ball. Each culture shaped the game to reflect its own values, discipline, harmony, or fierce competition. These ancient games laid the foundation for what would become soccer. The love of the game was universal, transcending borders and centuries. From China to Rome, the ball kept rolling. The spirit of play connected people long before the modern rules. Soccer's roots are as old as civilization itself. The journey from ritual to recreation had begun. The seeds of the world's game were planted in ancient soil. The next chapter would be written in medieval England. The game was about to get wild. In medieval England, football became a wild, chaotic event known as mob football. Entire villages battled to move a pig's bladder from one end of town to the other, with few rules and hundreds of participants. The goals were landmarks, church doors, mills, sometimes miles apart. The game was violent, with pushing, shoving, and even fighting. Played on holidays, it was a way for communities to settle rivalries and let off steam. Winning brought honor and pride to the village. Despite the chaos, mob football was a vital tradition connecting people to their land and each other. Authorities tried to ban it, fearing disorder and injury, but the game was too beloved to stop. Kings issued proclamations, but the people ignored them. The spirit of mob football, passion, loyalty, and rivalry, lives on in today's soccer fans. It was a game for the people, by the people. The wild heart of the medieval game still beats in modern soccer. Soccer's roots are in community, emotion, and belonging. The next step was order, turning chaos into a sport. The transformation was about to begin. The game was ready for rules. Modern soccer was on the horizon. The 19th century brought order to chaos in England's elite schools. Each school had its own football rules. Some allowed carrying the ball, others only kicking. When students from different schools played, confusion reigned. The need for a universal set of rules became clear. In the 1840s, Cambridge students created the Cambridge Rules, emphasizing skill and kicking. The turning point came in 1863, when clubs met in London to form the Football Association, FA. They debated fiercely, should hacking and carrying the ball be allowed? The decision to ban rough play split the sport, leading to the creation of rugby and soccer as separate games. The FA's rules made soccer less violent and more skillful, attracting a wider audience. With clear laws, organized competitions began. The FA Cup started in 1871. Modern soccer was born with a distinct identity. The game was now ready to travel the world. Soccer's future would be global. The stage was set for international expansion. The world was about to fall in love with the beautiful game. Once organized in England, soccer quickly spread worldwide. British sailors, workers, and merchants introduced the game wherever they went. Locals watched, learned, and soon played themselves. Soccer's simplicity, just a ball, made it easy to adopt. In Argentina, British railway workers organized the first official match in 1867. In Brazil, Charles Miller brought the game to Sao Paulo, igniting a national passion. Across Europe, clubs formed in Denmark, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. The first international match, Scotland versus England in 1872, marked a new era. National teams and associations soon followed, leading to international tournaments. Soccer became a language of competition and friendship. Clubs became social centers, giving workers identity and pride. The game offered escape and unity in industrial cities. Seeds planted by British travelers grew into a global forest of football. Soccer was no longer just English, it belonged to the world. The stage was set for a global competition. As soccer's popularity soared, a global governing body was needed. In 1904, FIFA was founded in Paris by 7 European nations. Their goal: oversee international competition and standardize the game's laws. FIFA's president, Jules Rimet, dreamed of a world tournament. In 1930, the first World Cup was held in Uruguay. 13 teams, 1 champion. The tournament grew, surviving wars and uniting nations. The 1950 World Cup in Brazil and the 1958 tournament in Sweden featuring Pelé brought soccer to a global audience. Pelé became the sport's first global superstar, inspiring millions. The World Cup produced legends: Eusebio, Charlton, Beckenbauer, Cruyff, Maradona, each defining an era. These players were artists, making the game unforgettable. The World Cup became the ultimate stage for soccer's genius. Soccer was now truly the world's game. The dream of global competition was realized. Today, soccer is the world's most popular sport, reaching far beyond the pitch. Top leagues like the Premier League and La Liga are global entertainment giants watched by billions. Clubs like Real Madrid and Manchester United are global brands, their jerseys worn everywhere. Modern icons like Messi and Ronaldo have redefined greatness, inspiring millions. Their influence extends to fashion, social media, and charity. Soccer is a massive industry, but also a force for positive change. The sport has promoted peace, fought discrimination, and inspired hope in conflict zones. Players use their platforms to support social causes and inspire youth. The story of Didier Drogba and the Ivorian team helping end civil war shows soccer's unifying power. The game offers hope and opportunity, lifting entire nations. Yet, challenges remain: corruption, inequality, and racism. Despite this, soccer's heart endures. It belongs to everyone, played in parks and streets as much as stadiums. The simple joy of the game keeps it alive and growing. For decades, women's soccer faced bans and disapproval despite its popularity. In England, teams like the Dick, Kerr's Ladies drew huge crowds, but the FA banned women in 1921. The ban stalled progress, but women kept playing, fighting for their right to the game. Change came slowly. Bans lifted, leagues formed, and attitudes shifted. The first official FIFA Women's World Cup was held in 1991, with the USA victorious. The 1999 World Cup in the US was a turning point, with Brandi Chastain's celebration inspiring millions. Women's soccer grew rapidly, proving it could be just as thrilling as the men's game. Today, women's soccer is booming with thriving leagues and record audiences. Stars like Megan Rapinoe and Sam Kerr are global icons and advocates for equality. The fight for equal pay continues, but progress is undeniable. The rise of women's soccer has made the game truly global and inclusive. Soccer is now a sport for everyone, regardless of gender. The beautiful game is finally complete. From ancient China to today's stadiums, soccer's journey is a human story. It's about community, passion, and dreams, still written every day on fields worldwide. The game has evolved from chaos to global spectacle, but its core remains: a ball, a foot, and shared emotion. Soccer reflects our best qualities: teamwork, creativity, resilience. Iconic moments, Pelé's triumph, Maradona's genius, a child juggling a ball, are part of our collective memory. Soccer is a universal language, breaking barriers of race, religion, and nationality. When a game starts, people from different worlds connect, sharing hopes and joys. A fan in Tokyo feels the same passion as one in Lagos. For 90 minutes, anything is possible. Underdogs can become champions, heroes are made. Soccer is more than a game, it's a mirror of our world, full of beauty and drama. It's a source of identity, celebration, and comfort. The ball keeps rolling, carrying the dreams of billions. As long as a child has a ball at their feet, soccer's epic journey continues. The world's game is still being written. Soccer unites us all. The story never ends. The beautiful game lives on.